It's 2 a.m. You're staring at the ceiling again. The room is quiet, but your mind isn't. Your stomach feels heavy. Your legs ache just enough to keep you tossing. You shift on the mattress, trying to get comfortable, wondering, not for the first time, why sleep doesn't come as easily as it once did. Why your body feels so restless. Maybe earlier that night, you treated yourself to a little bowl of fruit, something sweet, something healthy, or so you thought. But what if that small, innocent habit is quietly robbing you of the rest your body so deeply needs? As we age, things change, not just how we look, but how we digest, how we recover, how we sleep. Foods we once loved don't always love us back. And sometimes what seems healthy during the day can be a hidden enemy after sunset. Have you ever paused and asked yourself, how do I want to age? Not just survive the years, but truly feel good in them. This isn't about fear, it's about clarity. It's about recognizing that your body is still listening and responding to what you give it. And tonight, we're going to talk about something most people overlook: the 5 fruits you should never eat at night after 60. This may surprise you. It may challenge what you've always believed. But what if changing this one habit could help you sleep better, wake up lighter, and feel more in control of your health? Let's take a quiet, gentle step toward that change. Together. Because it's never too late to feel better. As we get older, the little things matter more than ever. A restless night, a heavy belly, waking up already tired before the day even begins. Maybe you've noticed your energy isn't what it used to be. Your digestion feels slower. Some nights you sleep light and broken, others not at all. It's easy to brush it off as just aging. But what if it's not just age? What if something as simple as the fruit you eat after dinner is playing a quiet role in how well you sleep, how your joints feel, and how steady your energy is through the next day? This matters, not just for comfort, but for your independence, your memory, your heart. When your body doesn't rest properly, everything becomes harder. Your balance, your focus, your mood. It becomes easier to stay inside, to say, maybe tomorrow. And slowly, life begins to shrink. But here's the truth. Your health is still listening. You can still shape the way you feel, not with gimmicks or complicated diets, but with small, meaningful choices. One of those is knowing what to eat and when to eat it. Tonight, we'll uncover 5 fruits that seem healthy, and they are, just not before bed. We'll explore how they may affect your blood sugar, digestion, inflammation, or even how deeply you sleep. You don't need to stop enjoying fruit. You just need to know when and how to enjoy it in a way that supports your changing body. This is about taking back control, gently, intentionally, and at your own pace. Because when you sleep better, you move better. When you feel lighter, you live fuller. And it starts with understanding what your body is really asking for. What if I told you the way your body feels in the morning, the heaviness, the fog, the stiffness? It might not just be your age talking. You see, as we grow older, the signals from our body become quieter, subtler. And sometimes we stop hearing them, but they're still speaking. Through bloating, through poor sleep, through that sluggish feeling. After dinner, you just can't shake. And more often than not, it isn't age, it's inflammation, it's digestion, it's blood sugar that's quietly rising while you sleep. Let me tell you about Henry, a retired postman from Wisconsin. He's 74 now. For years, he ended every evening with a bowl of fruit, grapes, a banana, sometimes even a few slices of pineapple. Healthy stuff, he said, keeps me regular. But he noticed his sleep getting worse. He'd wake up bloated, his legs aching, mind foggy by noon. When he finally looked into it, he was stunned. Turns out those sweet fruits, full of natural sugars, were spiking his blood sugar before bed. His body wasn't resting, it was working overtime. His digestive system never got a break. He made one small shift, stopped eating certain fruits after 7 p.m. Within a week, his sleep deepened. His knees didn't throb as much in the morning. His energy? Steadier. What if it's the same for you? What if some of the fruits you trust, yes, even the healthy ones, are simply mistimed? The good news? You don't need to stop eating fruit. You just need to understand when your body can best handle certain kinds, and which ones to avoid at night. Let's walk through those 5 fruits together, and see how letting go of just a few bedtime habits could give you back so much more than rest. Blood sugar spikes. The silent sleep thief. Let's start with something we often forget. Natural sugar is still sugar. Fruits like bananas and grapes are rich in fructose, a naturally occurring sugar. But if you eat them right before bed, especially without any protein or fiber to slow things down, that sugar hits your bloodstream fast, giving your body an energy rush it doesn't need at night. Your body, instead of settling into deep rest, jumps into action trying to process that sugar. Your insulin rises, your heart rate increases, and your sleep, it suffers. Take Margaret from Phoenix. She's 77 and a proud grandma of 6. For years, she thought her late-night banana was helping her sleep. But her doctor noticed her A1C levels were creeping up, and her sleep tracker showed she was tossing and turning all night. Just 3 weeks after switching to a small piece of turkey and chamomile tea before bed, Margaret said, "I feel like I finally slept. Like I'm not just lying down and waiting for morning." So here's the truth. Eating sugary fruits like bananas, grapes, or mangoes late at night can keep your body too alert and your sleep too shallow. Digestive overload. When your gut needs a break, your digestive system is a quiet, hard-working partner. But as you age, it slows down. By nighttime, it's ready for rest too. Now imagine tossing in something acidic and fibrous, like pineapple or citrus fruits, right before bed. Your gut doesn't get the memo that it's bedtime. It starts working overtime. That late-night fruit snack may lead to bloating, gas, or acid reflux, even if you don't always feel it. And that digestive discomfort can disrupt your deep sleep stages, the ones your brain and muscles desperately need to repair overnight. George, a 72-year-old Navy veteran from Ohio, used to snack on oranges every evening. He loved the taste, and it helped with his nighttime cravings. But he couldn't shake the discomfort in his chest, or the burping that followed. A nutritionist finally suggested cutting out acidic fruits after 6 p.m. George was skeptical, but within a few nights, his reflux calmed. He said, "I didn't realize how much my gut was yelling for help." Aging doesn't mean you stop enjoying food, but it does mean learning when to eat it matters just as much as what you eat. Disrupted sleep hormones. The melatonin mystery. Melatonin is your body's natural sleep hormone. It's what helps you wind down, calm your nervous system, and fall into deep, healing rest. But here's what many people don't know. High sugar intake in the evening, yes, even from fruit, can block melatonin production. Fruits like cherries are often touted as sleep-promoting, and that's partly true, but only in small amounts and only earlier in the evening. When eaten too late, even the good fruits can cause insulin spikes that interfere with melatonin's rhythm. Think of it like this. Your body is a symphony. Melatonin is the gentle violin in the background, setting the tone for sleep. Sugar is like a surprise drum solo. It drowns out the calm and throws off the whole performance. So if you've been struggling to fall asleep or waking up at 2 a.m. with your mind racing, the culprit might be that sweet bowl of fruit. Inflammation, the root of morning aches. Here's something that often gets overlooked. Certain fruits, especially those that are high in sugar, or not fully ripe, can trigger inflammation, especially if your body's already dealing with arthritis, joint pain, or muscle stiffness. Tomatoes, yes, they're technically a fruit, and even unripe bananas can contribute to nighttime inflammation responses in sensitive bodies. And if you're someone who wakes up with stiff fingers or aching knees, it might not just be old age talking. It could be your late night snack whispering through your joints. Eleanor, an 80-year-old painter from Vermont, shared how she gave up tomatoes at night and started waking up with looser hands and better grip. "I thought I was done painting," she said, "but turns out I just needed to eat smarter." At this stage in life, every little thing you do for your body either adds to your pain or relieves it. The difference is subtle, but it adds up. Coming up next, we'll explore which fruits to especially avoid at night and why, so you can feel lighter, sleep better, and wake up more like yourself again. The power of food timing. Not just what you eat, but when have you ever eaten something healthy and still felt uncomfortable afterward? Maybe your stomach bloated, your heart raced, or your sleep just didn't feel right. You told yourself, but it was just fruit. That's supposed to be good for me. Here's something many people over 60 never hear. Nutrition isn't just about what's on your plate. It's about when you eat it. Think of your body like an old house, solid, full of character, still standing strong. But over time, certain parts creak. The wiring changes, and what once worked without a thought now needs a little more care. Your digestive system is no different. After 70, your gut doesn't break things down as fast. Your blood sugar takes longer to settle, and your hormones become more sensitive to change, especially at night. Take Bob, a 75-year-old former truck driver from Kansas. He always loved apples at bedtime, said it was better than cookies. So what's the harm? But he kept waking up at 3 a.m. with an achy stomach and restless legs. When a local dietitian told him to try eating his fruit earlier in the day, something shifted. "I sleep through the night now," Bob said, "and I didn't realize how much that was missing." That's the message here. Even the healthiest food can work against you when eaten at the wrong time. So before we even talk about which fruits to avoid at night, start with this gentle truth. Your body still responds to care. It still listens to rhythm. You just have to learn its new language. Have you ever felt like this? Like your body is trying to tell you something, and you just need help understanding it? How your gut talks to your brain, and why it matters at night. Let's go deeper now. Not just into digestion, but into something many don't realize until they feel it. Your gut and your brain are in constant conversation, and when you eat the wrong fruits at the wrong time, that conversation can turn into a late-night argument. You might think brain fog, irritability, or restless sleep are just part of getting older. But what if part of the problem starts in your gut? There's a woman in Arizona named Marlene, 72. A retired librarian, gentle and thoughtful. She started noticing her memory slipping. She'd forget small words, lose her train of thought. But what really bothered her was how anxious she felt at night. Racing heart, shallow breath, no reason she could explain. Her doctor said her brain looked fine. But a younger dietitian asked a different question. "Tell me about your evening snacks." Turns out Marlene had developed a habit of eating a bowl of grapes before bed. Sweet, juicy, and high in sugar. That small choice was throwing her gut bacteria off balance, spiking her insulin, and subtly disrupting her brain's calm. When she switched to an earlier light dinner and took a short evening walk instead of snacking, she felt a shift within a week. "I didn't just sleep better," she said. "I felt calmer, like myself again." It's not magic, it's biology. Your gut holds over 70% of your immune system and helps regulate your mood, memory, and inflammation. So ask yourself this. Have you noticed how your body responds when you feel truly at peace? And what if that peace could start with what you don't eat at night? Simple shifts, big wins, especially at night. Let's talk about something we can all agree on. The smallest changes often make the biggest difference. You don't need to give up everything you love. You don't need a complicated meal plan or an expensive superfood powder. What you do need is a little awareness and a little consistency. If your goal is to sleep better, feel lighter in the morning, and stay sharp throughout the day, then it's worth asking, what happens in your body between dinner and bedtime? That's where the magic or the damage can happen. Start by thinking about your nightly routine. Do you sit in front of the TV and reach for something sweet? A banana maybe? Or a few dates? They feel healthy, but they're loaded with natural sugars that spike your blood sugar and insulin at the worst time, right when your body is trying to wind down. Here's a gentler idea. Try ending your dinner at least 2 hours before bed. Instead of a sugary fruit, sip on a warm cup of chamomile tea or nibble on a few almonds. They won't spike your blood sugar, and they might just help your mind relax. Or create a simple wind-down ritual. A short walk around the block, a calming bath, 5 minutes of quiet breathing. These moments signal to your nervous system, it's safe now, you can rest. This isn't about restriction, it's about rhythm. Your body wants to work with you, but it needs the right signals at the right time. So, what's one small change you could try this week? Not because you have to, but because your future self deserves it. Feeding the soul. The quiet power of purpose. Let's step away from the kitchen for a moment and step into the heart. Because good health isn't just about what you eat, it's about how you feel. And at this stage in life, that feeling, the one deep in your chest, is often the difference between just existing and truly living. You see, after 70, many things slow down. The hustle, the roles we played, the jobs, the endless to-do lists. But that doesn't mean you slow down inside. Your soul is still alive, still hungry for meaning, for connection, for peace. So many seniors say, I feel invisible, or I don't know what my purpose is anymore. But here's the truth. Your purpose doesn't retire when you do. It just transforms. Sometimes it's found in tending a garden, or calling that one friend every Tuesday, or writing down family stories so the grandkids remember where they come from. Sometimes it's in prayer, in faith, in a quiet moment of gratitude under a soft morning light. Take Eleanor, 82, from Asheville, North Carolina. After her husband passed, her nights became hollow. But one evening, she lit a candle and prayed. Just 5 minutes of stillness. She did it the next night too. And in that gentle ritual, she found comfort. Her sleep improved. Her heart softened. That one small shift became her anchor, her peace. Because health isn't just in your body, it's in your spirit. So let me ask you something tender. What do you want the next chapter of your life to feel like? Peaceful? Joyful? Free? You get to choose. And it starts with just one sacred moment at a time. A gentle return to strength. You've made it all the way here, and that matters. Not just because you watched a video, but because you're still showing up for yourself. You're still asking questions, still open to learning, still willing to shift gently toward a better way of living. And that is the heartbeat of resilience. Tonight, maybe you'll glance at that fruit bowl with a little more wisdom. Maybe you'll remember that even natural things, like certain fruits, can quietly interfere with your sleep, your digestion, your energy. But this was never just about bananas or grapes. This was about you reclaiming control, about listening to your body, not with fear, but with compassion. Because your body still listens back. You are not too old. You are not done yet. There's still a spark in you waiting to be fed. And with every small choice, what you eat, how you move, who you talk to, you are stoking that fire, from fatigue to energy, from fear to quiet courage, from the slow decline that everyone warns about, to a steady rise towards strength. So breathe deeply tonight. Feel proud. Because change at this stage of life, it's not easy, but it's powerful. This is your time. Start now, even if it's slow. Even if all you do tonight is drink water instead of fruit juice. That's still yours. Every small step is still yours. Let's walk this path together. Before you move on with your day, or settle in for the night, pause with me just a little longer. Ask yourself gently, what was one thing that made you think differently today? Was it realizing that fruit, though healthy, can sometimes be mistimed? Or maybe it was hearing that your body still listens, still responds, when you care for it in small, consistent ways. What's one small change you could try starting tomorrow morning? Maybe it's swapping your late-night snack for a calming herbal tea. Maybe it's reading a little more about how sleep and digestion connect. Or maybe it's simply listening, more closely, more kindly, to what your body's been trying to tell you all along. Now, I want to hear from you. In the comments, share your reflections. Tell us, what part of this message felt most personal to you? What's one thing you'll try differently this week? And if you have a friend, a parent, or someone you love who's also walking the journey of aging, tag them. Let them know they're not alone in this either. This space isn't just a channel, it's a community. A gathering place for those of us who believe in second chances, slow healing, and aging with dignity. So if this spoke to you, if something inside you stirred with curiosity or quiet motivation, subscribe. We're walking this path together. And there is strength, not in perfection, but in simply showing up. You've already done that today. Let's keep going, one wise step at a time.